Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Kawz back at it again with another video. Yo, I don't know if y'all heard that dude Deen the Great. He's a streamer slash boxer on I think Kick or Twitches or whatever. But he's the dude that got slapped by Larry Wheels for trying to talk to his wife on stream. But we about to get into some reaction video by I really don't know how to pronounce his name, but he's a great YouTuber. If you don't know who he is, I'm gonna leave the original video down in the comments. So I need y'all to lock in, all right?
What's poppin', y'all? This has gotta be the worst 36-hour run we've seen in streaming. Because this guy, Deen the Great, not only does he get Earth, Wind, and Fire smacked out of him by 300-pound giant Larry Wheels, but then after that, before that, he gets spun around, ring around the rosy, which is really just fun content. But when you put those things together on social media, it doesn't look that great. And then he catches a brutal elbow from another giant. So I'm gonna play you guys that clip right now.
You do know who I am. I don't know why you lying. Don't act like you don't know me.
No, I don't know you.
You definitely know me.
Nice to meet you, though.
Yeah, I don't be lying because girls around and You definitely know me, bro.
Bro.
Not even on some disrespectful but.
Don't like your attitude. Don't like your.
I don't like you at all, though.
Okay.
Yeah, straight up. Yeah. Straight up.
What?
I said straight up.
Are you the guy that got slapped on video?
I did, but I'll slap the shit out you, though.
Oh, you were?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to show you the inside of the house.
I'll make you another clip. Don't do that.
Seriously?
Don't do that. All right. Come on, cuz. Come on. Nah, come on.
Talking shit. That's what he get. That's what he get for talking ish, bro. You get them hands put on you, bro. I don't know. Me personally, I don't know exactly who he is, but I did heard he was a streamer and he was a boxer. But for you to go to he was at what's that dude name? He was at Rampage's like party or something at his house or whatever, and then he just started talking crazy to these other people, and then obviously you heard like this is after he got slapped by Larry Wheels on stream, and he still decided to talk to these people this kind of way. Like me personally, even if I was a boxer, I still wouldn't talk to no MMA fighter or no UFC fighter this kind of way, because UFC and MMA is a totally different sport compared to boxing. Boxing is a more strategic, you got to hit certain points. MMA and UFC, that's a whole barbarian type of, fighting style. So, we just gonna rock out.
No, cut.
Deen, chill.
Man, cut. He gonna sneak me.
Chill out, man.
Cut ain't finished.
So this was a party. It was on a Tuesday because it's Taco Tuesday. That's what Rampage Jackson runs. He has a party, has a bunch of people coming there, and he tried to repair the relationship between Deen the Great and Larry Wheels because Deen the Great was moving mad. He was crazy. Like there was high levels of disrespect towards Larry Wheels' wife and on camera. So yeah, it's brutal. Even Rampage Jackson told him like, listen, you're my mans, but yo, that guy, if he picked you up and slammed you on the ground, you would have deserved it. So he tries to repair that, and then Deen the Great runs into this guy at the party and he tries trolling him. This guy Tiki, who was a former UFC fighter, but he's more of a manager now, kind of business role. Keep in mind, this guy did not get KO'd. He got hit with an elbow. That's how you know this guy is really experienced.
Yeah, you get hit with an elbow. Your elbow is kind of way more stronger than your fist, even though your fist could deliver way more power. But even still, getting hit with your elbow is almost a fucking KO.
Because he's like, man, I'm not gonna risk breaking my hand, nothing like that. Just brutal. Deen the Great gets right up. So that's how you know this guy's got so much fight experience, and he is a good fighter on at least like Misfits card and stuff like that, which we're going to get into a little bit later. But I don't know if Deen the Great knows what he's doing, if he's intentionally doing this, if he's getting drunk and this is just what comes out, because he is quite disrespectful disrespectful. So let's just look a little bit into Deen the Great's past and history, because I know he's getting exposed to a lot of new people right now. But if we're talking about smacks, right, like there's smacks and elbows, people are just saying he got smacked twice. Well, we got to give some credit, because Deen the Great handed a smack out himself to a man that is his own size, which is Adam Saleh, another YouTuber. And this happened at an Aiden Ross event. So I'm going to play you guys that clip. And this is just from last year.
Hey, what's happening, bro? What's happening? Oh, I got 20. I got 20. What? I ain't that nothing. What? I got 20, bro. 20, bro. I ain't that.
So Deen the Great, he smacks Adam Saleh. Adam Saleh is also a boxer. He's boxed since I believe he was a teenager. Took long breaks in between when he went into YouTube, and I think he got into legal trouble at one point in time when he got into a fight, and when your hands are registered as weapons, so that kind of interrupted, I think, his amateur to potential like pro career. But this turned into a scrap at that same event, which I'm gonna play you guys that clip right now.
All right, let's go. Let's go that way. You soft. Sucker punch and soft.
Yeah, sucker punching ain't. Yo, if you sucker punch me, I'll let you have it, but we definitely gonna get back into the shits, and then we gonna see what it really is about. But you gotta know the type of weight class that you in, though. When you fighting, you gotta know the type of weight class that you in, and you ain't gonna be able to fight everybody that you come across. Just because you a boxer, you're not gonna be able to fight everybody you come across.
Yo, you put. How you hit me and run? You hit me and run. You hit me and run. Yo, you soft. You hit like a.
Now, the crazy part is this is in May 2025. He slaps Adam Saleh. There's this back and forth that goes on between them. And then what's the craziest thing to me is that I was like, yo, aren't these guys cool? Yeah, they are. I'm going to play you guys a clip of them from 2023 when they were boys and they were praying at a mosque together in the UK.
Yo, that's the thing though. When you a streamer, and I'm not defending him in any kind of way, cause I don't agree with what he's been doing, especially if this was your boy, I don't agree with it 1,000%. I don't agree with it. Like, but obviously you can see that he's been trying to like clip farm and clout chase in some type of way for him to, you know, do certain things, but he's not about that life, bro. There's people that's better fighters than him, and there's people that's way bigger than him that slap the shit out them and beat this nigga the fuck up. But, you know, if that's how he want to go about his streaming career, then kudos to him, because you're definitely making great content and you're definitely making a good good clip farms for us to react to. But I really don't like what he's doing, bro. Like, I'm not a fan of his. I don't like what he's doing. I don't like how he's going about it. And for you to be a boxer, I think you need to do other things that shows your capability. If this YouTuber that we're watching is saying you're such a great fighter, then you need to be doing other things that shows you could show your capabilities in the ring. Showing your capabilities inside the stream and getting your beat out of you, that's not what I'm about, bro. Like, I don't want to see anybody humiliated, obviously, but if you're going about it in this type of way and you're completely humiliating yourself, humiliating yourself, then I think you deserve it, bro, because this is just not how it is, bro. This is not what streaming is about. This is not what, you know, being a boxer is about. Being a boxer, you only show your capabilities inside the ring. And you're not doing that. You're only doing it for clip farms. You're only doing it for streams. You're only doing it for subscribes. And this is not the way to go about it, bro. So, you know, shout out to the other dude for even holding his composure, and shout out to Larry Wills for protecting his wife. For whatever reason, we already know Larry Wills and his wife and the situation, but he's still doing what he has to do as a man for his personal life to show that, you know, don't mess with me, bro. Like, don't mess with me. Don't mess with my wife. Don't do none of that other funny. and we could live amicably. Amicably. I don't know the word. Y'all will comment it inside my YouTube video and let me know how it works.
So these guys are so cool that they're in a different country together and they're kicking it and they're filming it. So I don't know what happened between that and now, to be honest. And another example is the most recent fight that Deen the Great had on, I think it was Misfits. He had a fight with this guy, Amado Vargas, and there was some wild, disrespectful levels of trash talk against Amado Vargas in the lead up to the fight. So I'm gonna play you guys a clip of that right now.
I'm back to take over the Vargas dynasty. They really got no dynasty. This shit fake. The family full of frauds. You dig what I'm saying? The daddy got his ass whooped throughout his career. You dig what I'm saying? He said he fought 5 world champions. I did my research. You lost 4 out of 5. That's a failing grade, my boy. Hey, mama, stay out of this. This ain't got nothing to do with you. That's a fair warning. Stay out of this. Go make a quesadilla, you fat. Shut up.
All right, and see, I get it. As a boxer, you have to know how to talk. If you ever watch boxing, if you ever watch any kind of sports, well, some sports, because the NBA and the NFL, they don't allow you to talk like this. But, you know, boxing, they allow you to talk like this. But for what he's saying and for his capability off camera and outside the ring, I don't know if he could talk like this, bro. Like, me personally, I've never seen him box. I've never seen him in actual sport. I've never really seen him get down, knock somebody out like this. But I think, me personally, for somebody that's never seen it, for people that's like y'all that that's just watching this just because, you know, we're just reacting to it and we just, you know, we heard it and we seen it on YouTube or, you know, we seen it on TikTok or whatever. This dude shouldn't be talking like that, bro. Especially if you know your capabilities and you know people's going to come out here and, you know, just smack you up and, you know, do whatever they want to. It's corny, bro. It's really corny. And for you to even talk about somebody's moms like that while you on interview, you know, giving your thing about somebody, like, I don't think that's P. Like, I don't think that's P. I don't think that's cool. Even if you do feel like you're the best boxer in the world, you should still know your capabilities and you should know who your enemies are. You should know your enemies and you should know your capabilities. That's one of the 48 laws of power. Know your enemies and never ever underestimate your enemies. Never underestimate them. No matter how superior you think you are to them, never underestimate your enemies because they will always find a way to surpass you or find a one-up on you. And what this kid did not do was read the 48 Laws of Power or even any type of war book from a general or anybody that knows anything about warfare and know anything about, you know, combat. You know, I don't think he's really understood, you know, the proper etiquettes of shit talking. Like, I don't really think he understand what he was doing. Because from what it seems to me, by him in his past week or two, he's been getting knocked out by everybody. And I don't like that for him because I don't want to see anybody get humiliated in, you know, the public circle. But I do think it's by his own doing. You know what I mean? I do think this is all brought by himself. He has a great mentor. He has a great friend. Rampage has been telling him, like, yo, you know what, bro? You're like, yo, you still my mans, but, you know, if it was anything, you know, I think you do, you know, blah, 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 blah. And for him to even go through this is very telling. And for what Rampage, from what I know about Rampage, especially about his son, hospitalizing somebody just a few months ago. He knows some things, and I think you should learn a lot from him by not getting yourself in these type of situations. For real, because these situations could literally end you in the hospital. Look at Rampage's son. Rampage's son is almost serving a couple of years in jail because he almost murdered somebody, bro. Like, for real. Like, these people is no joke, bro. I get it. A street fight, you feel like you the man. You feel like you could do all of these type of things, but it's some people out here that's just really not about that life. And for you to even do this type of things just show how ignorant and how cocky you are, and how and just how you in your head. Like, that's why I brought up the one of the 48 laws of power. You should really not underestimate your enemies. And not saying these people is his enemies as they want to see him die or they praying for his downfall, but he's just been talking so much ish to where they're proving it to him. They're proving that, yo, you're not that guy. You're not that guy. Like, I'll out of you, for real. And I'm trying not to curse because the YouTube algorithm has been demonetizing me and suppressing my videos because of cursing. But fill in the blanks. I'm really trying not to curse on my videos now. But, like, come on, man. Like, I really think after Larry Will smacking you, you wouldn't have talked to that type of guy that kind of way. But we seen that he's been drinking and he's been intoxicated in kinds of ways to where he's letting that arrogance and letting that ego get to him. And mind you, I'm nothing but a human being. I've been in his situation. This is why I'm saying with wholehearted confidence to where you should not talk to people like that. That's really about that life, bro. I've been there. I've been drunk and I've been into situations where I was talking to people all kinds of ways and talking to them all kinds of crazy. But is a certain time, even certain life experiences you go through the way you don't talk to these people these kinds of ways, bro. Because there's people out there that really kill you. Point blank, period. There's people out there that will literally kill you, end your life. You're done. But I don't know if this young gentleman really feels like that.
Shut the
Go make me a quesadilla. You in Dubai.
you.
Go to the kitchen.
Shut the up.
You can't fight for your son. You can't fight for your son. I'm
You're
gonna
a
steal the
little
Vargas
boy.
dynasty, turn that bitch into the Deen dynasty.
Let him talk.
You dig what I'm
Let
saying?
him talk and I'll talk.
Hey, let your brother get some shine. Y'all be trying to take clout taste. Y'all here for clout.
Deen, you gotta stop
Y'all not
talking.
even here for the fight. Y'all not here for the fight. Y'all here to
Hey, you
steal your
fighting me.
brother shine.
Quit talking
Let
about
your brother
family.
get
You
some-
fighting me.
Let your brother get some views, man.
So yeah, this gets kind of crazy. Like, he's talking about the guy's dad, he's talking about the guy's mom, but everyone else is looking at it like, yo, listen, this is, even me, I'm looking at it like, yo, this is great promotion. This is great trash talk. It's, yeah, does it go overboard? Sure, if it were our man's, but Amado Vargas
it
or
definitely
whoever
goes
Dean the
overboard,
Great's
though.
opponent isn't our homie, isn't our family member. So we're just looking at it as pure
It goes
entertainment.
crazy, bro.
And what happened in that fight? Well, Amado Vargas ended up winning the
Oh,
fight.
that's Andrew
And
Tate?
this was his post-victory speech, which I'm going to play you guys that clip right now.
And this is what it's about. It's about showing class. It's about showing how you were raised and you know how to shut that clown up. He was talking about my mother, talking about my father, and it was personal. So at the end of the day, if you would have came as a man and said, I apologize as a man, I would have respected him and I would have said, I forgive you. But he didn't, and he kept being arrogant. So I said what I said.
So,
All right, for me personally, if I was in this type of situation, and I guess he won the fight, I haven't seen the fight, but for me personally, I would have just I'd have gave him a dap, brought him to the end, and be like, yo, I apologize for what I said to your moms, but you know this is the sport, you know this is what it gotta be, but please tell your mom I'm sorry and I apologize and I ain't mean nothing by it. That wouldn't have fixed nothing, because it was all in public, but at least it would have gave you some type of room or some type of leverage to be like, this is not who I am. But the fact that he went on that speech and continued to say those type of things and to double down on it is insane. It's literally insane, bro.
Amado Vargas, he felt really disrespected. And even after that, on an IG Live, Dean the Great would get on and he would wild out a little bit.
Dirty ass. Ain't no better fighter than me.
He ain't no better boxer than me neither. He ain't got better skills than me, none of that. Like I said, my drip better, my bigger. All that was real.
This nigga sound like Max B.
Like I said, you know what I'm saying? I stand on that.
This boy think he Max B gang.
But at the end of the day, and then he said, do you respect the model? I respect any that get in the ring, bro. You dig what I'm saying? After the fight, I was going to apologize, and I was going to shake his hand and all that. He said, yeah, don't talk about my mom. After the fight, like, this got too much estrogen, bro. And I was going to shake his hand. And
You talked about his mom, bro. Like, what kind of estrogen do you think it was? It wasn't really estrogen. It was really testosterone, because he probably really wanted to beat the shit out of you even after the ring. That's why he ain't really want to give you dap or really talk to you after that, because he felt like he was gonna beat the shit out of you. And man, I gotta stop.
I apologize and say, you know what? At the end of the day, you know, I would never disrespect a mama publicly. You dig what I'm saying? I want to get this time to apologize to absolutely nobody. No, I'll get this time to apologize to your mom. You dig what I'm saying? I ain't mean to make your mom embarrass your mama publicly. You dig what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, she popping it. She disrespecting my people. Y'all disrespecting my people. Y'all disrespecting my girl. You dig what I'm saying? But as a man, I apologize. It could have been simple as that.
Corny, bro.
You dig what I'm saying? But
corny.
He said, you. He should have just called me.
Fuck you, nigga.
You, that's damn near what he said in the ring. Well, y'all there?
So he's like, man, you know, the ref is, after that, he starts disrespecting the ref too. And funny enough, if you look at Deen the Great's Twitter page, it says he's 8-0 undefeated. Well, it's kind of a technicality, because his outcome of that fight got changed into like an MF Pro type thing, to where it was considered an exhibition. So the loss doesn't count on his record. So that's why he didn't end up, you know, now he still says he's 8-0. It's not the same situation as Sean O'Malley when he was still trying to claim undefeated. But regardless, the point is here that Deen the Great talks crazy in regular settings when it comes to fighting, but I don't know why he's doing it on stream now. And I guess you could say I don't even think this is good for his fight career. Like, yeah, he's getting a lot of attention now, but a lot of people don't know him as a good fighter. Like, he had a lot of trash talk between him and this guy Waleed Sharks, who he fought twice and beat him twice. And that dude Waleed Sharks is a pretty talented fighter, and he was talking trash about his sister, I think it was, because his sister's a really, really popular influencer in the Middle East. I think one of the most popular ones. But with Deen, I don't know what it is that he's trying to do. Some people will say like, oh, this is engagement baiting and all of that. Well, the point is, what is the outcome of the engagement? Like, for example, if someone is engagement baiting and they're faking a relationship, right? Like, they're going to get a bunch of parasocial people involved. They're going to start watching their streams. They're going to start following them, etc. Or if a chick is engagement baiting, like an OF chick, she just needs to get the attention, and then there's going to be a funnel of dudes that are really, really desperate, thirsty, and will throw her money. So she will win from that outcome. Sophie Rain is a good example of that. She rage baits Camila Araujo. She also gets a ton of money from that. I don't know if she's still doing the OF thing. She kind of talked about retiring. But with Deen, even Mizkif, who is very, very experienced in streaming, talks about the only way that this can end if he thinks this is a good idea whatsoever.
He's just doing this for clips because he knows it works, and it's working. We're reacting to it. He's going all over Twitter. His name is Deen the Great, and it's just seen right there. We live in a society where that stuff makes you grow, and he's doing it. Is it gross? Yeah. Is it going to stay? See, that's the thing is, will these viewers stay with him? No. What you're going to get from this is the most toxic
they're not gonna stay.
Viewers that are like the worst scum of the earth, kick viewers that are just going to want to see you either get arrested, swatted, or get punched. He's just going to get the most horribly toxic viewers that I promise you this guy will be banned in 6 months. Like, he's going to be banned or just completely irrelevant.
This is 100% true. Because think about it like this. If you got introduced to Deen the Great via him getting elbowed by a giant, and also him getting slapped by a giant, and him getting spun around by a giant, what is it that you're going to see or expect to see when you tune into his stream? You're going to see like, yo, where's the trash talk at? Get yourself into a position where a violent altercation is going to happen. Keep in mind also, Kick does not like fights happening. Like, yeah, that dude Clavicular has gotten into physical altercations where his homie or his cameraman has like thrown some hands, but he got security, and Kick made it clear like, yo, this fighting thing cannot happen. So they have their eyes on him. And then once he gets banned from Kick, he's going to have to behave. And then the people are just going to want to see bad stuff happen to him because that's how they encountered you. You advertised yourself as oh, this is who bad stuff happens to. They probably don't even know him as a boxer. The majority of people that have discovered Deen the Great in the past 72 hours don't know he's a boxer, don't care he's a boxer. So what is he going to do?
Literally, bro. I found him like everybody else did, bro. I ain't even gonna hold you, bro. I found him like everybody else did. I seen he got slapped by Larry Wills, and I just found Larry Wills maybe a week before that. Larry Wills' wife or whatever. No disrespect, Larry Wills. I ain't trying to get slapped by you, but I just realized Larry Wills. Hold on, let me do this. I just realized Larry Wills had a wife that he met in Dubai or whatever, and he ain't get a prenup. Da 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 da. Like, I don't know none of these people, bro. So for you to even make your name on this type of stuff, it's gonna be real hard on the longevity.
Do like a training stream, those people are going to click off or they're going to encourage him. And this is the worst part about it, because even when Deen was I guess you could say like an appearance, he would make appearances, because I wouldn't consider him a side character because these people were his friends. When he would make appearances on other people's streams, outside, in nightlife, things like that, he would get drunk and he would still be disrespectful. So this is his personality off stream.
And look at that size comparison, bro. I forgot his name. Bro, this video is about him, but I forgot his name already. That's fuck, I forgot his name too. But that's Larry Wills right there. That's the dude that slapped this nigga. You think he's not beating the brakes off of him? You could be a boxer, you could do everything you want, but remember, in boxing and sport, there's weight classes. And this might be a heavyweight. You might be a welterweight or a lightweight. Really a lightweight. So, oh, Rampage, my bad. That's Rampage. All right, it clicked in for me. Yeah, that's Rampage right there. So, even Larry is bigger than Rampage, bro. By a lot. I think they said that Larry is maybe like 320, 330. Rampage is probably like a good 280, 270. You won, bro. This dude is my size, bro. I'm 156. I've been a good maybe like 180. And I'm 5'5". This dude is only maybe 4 inches taller than me. He's like 5'7", 5'8". No, he's like 5'6", 5'7". He's only an inch or two taller than me, bro. Excuse me. So for you to even talk to this type of person like that, insane. And I got a lot of smack. I told you I've been drunk before. I was talking a lot of smack to everybody, especially here in New York. I was talking smack to everybody, bro. I was fighting everybody. But one thing I wouldn't do was talk to a dude this type of size. I wouldn't talk to a dude this size. That's where it started to click in. I wouldn't talk to nobody Larry Will size or even Rampage size. Like, I just know the type of people I could talk to, bro. But for Deen, that's his name, Deen the Great. For Deen, and I'm not even gonna call him the Great, because obviously these two niggas like beat the brakes off him, so he's not that great. I wouldn't even talk to these type of dudes that crazy. So for Deen to get drunk and even talk like this to them, knowing exactly what they could do. I ain't know what people in the street could do. You could be big and not be doing nothing with your power. But these dudes clearly, this one's a bodybuilder, this one's an MMA UFC fighter. Bro, what are you? You're just a boxer. You're a strategic fighter. These dudes practice unethical fighting. They practice every way to beat somebody up. I wouldn't do that, bro.
or not off stream, but not even in his own stream. That's why I don't think this is one of those cases where somebody's like, yo, I'm going to clip farm this. No, I think he's actually like this. It just so happened that he left the bubble of influencer boxing and brought it into mainstream. He brought it into the kick world. And when you've got kick clippers, man, they're salivating at clipping this up and seeing how much of a bag they can make. So for Deen the Great's sake, especially because I like the guy, man. He's a talented boxer. He's a good trash talker. And I think if he's able to mesh.
For me personally, for me to consider you a good trash talker, you have to back up the boxing. Like, I don't know if Larry Wills would slap Mayweather like that. Mayweather's kind of exaggeration, but still, Mayweather's smaller, he's lighter. Larry Wills is bigger. He's bigger and taller. I don't know if Larry Wills would even consider to slap a Mayweather like that, bro. But if you consider him a good boxer and trash talker, it's all right. Maybe for his weight class, he's a good trash talker and boxer. Maybe. Mind you, I've never seen his work. I've never seen his fights. I've only heard a few of his trash talks, but his trash talks have never eclipsed his fighting skills for me. So I really can't get behind this young kid like that.
The two, not get too disrespectful, although the disrespect doesn't even matter because that would help you. But like this has to happen with people his own size, because Deen's what, 5'5", 5'6". He can.
Deen is my height, or bro, didn't I say that? I don't know nothing about this kid, bro. He's my height or a little bit taller. Mind you, let me see this green screen. Look at me, bro. Look at me, bro. Bro, come on, man. This kid is not that much bigger than me, bro. This kid is not that much bigger than me, chat. He's not doing nothing any more damage than I'm doing, bro. And he's talking to people like that? Nah, bro, you gotta pipe down just a little bit. You can't let the you can't let the smoke and mirrors get to your head just yet.
Not be taller than 5'6".
And I'm confident. One thing I am confident in Deen the Great, he might be a good boxer, because I think I can fight. And if somebody that can fight better than me is this kid, I think he a good boxer. But one thing is, you have to keep practicing. Fuck what Allen Iverson said. Practice make perfect. There's a reason why the greatest people practice before they actually execute it. There's a reason why people do that. Don't listen to Allen Iverson thinking you're the greatest, because Allen Iverson was definitely the greatest in what he did, but that was because he's Allen Iverson. You're not Allen Iverson, bruh. You haven't proven yourself just yet. I ain't gonna say you ain't the greatest, but you haven't proven yourself just yet. To where I think Deen the Great just needs to get in the ring and, just figure it out, bro. Just figure it out, bro, because I got faith in him. You my size, you my height. I'm a little bit bigger than him, or me and him the same size, same height, or whatever. I pray he has it. I pray he got it. And I hope he has it. And I hope he got it. And I hope he figures it out one day. Just, people like me that can make me feel better. And make me feel like, you know what, me, if I get in the gym and I figure it out one day, I could do it my damn self. But his talking is just not there. And for him to back it up, it's definitely not there. It's not there, bro. It's not there for me. It's not there for me, bro. I'm sorry. I'm seeing you get knocked out time and time again. It's been less than a week since he got locked out from the last dude. For real, bro. He put hands and feet on little homie, bro. Yo, Deen, bro, just take a break from the liquor. Take a break from the liquor. I know you like the liquor. I love the drink too, bro. But take a break from the liquor. Take a break from the liquor and actually lock in. And anybody watching this, lock into what you gotta do. Cause you gonna end up like him. You just gonna get humiliated and just get beat up by life at this point, man. So I really hope Deen the Great really find out, you know, how to get it working. Cause from what it sounds like, he has the potential. But you know what they said about Gohan? He never reached his potential because he was always home studying. So
and these guys are giants. So frankly, it'd be better if there's a potential altercation. Like, for example, him and Jack Doherty, right? Like if he decides to get into an altercation with Jack Doherty. Yeah, that looks great for you. That, and people also hate Jack Doherty. So now they're in a situation where they're like, yo, who do I hate more? And they have to choose. But yeah, this is a tough situation. And it also looks bad on Rampage because Rampage probably has business with that guy. That guy is clearly a professional. He's like, listen, you're not going to put a camera in front of me and start disrespecting me and think this is a joke. So
that's a fact. And Rampage has been your biggest supporter. From what I've seen from these clips, Rampage was always there in every clip. If you look at every clip on YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, TikTok, or whatever, Rampage has came out right there after the situation happened and supported Deen the Great. No matter what happened, he still supported him, bro. That is a real friend. That is if I've ever told y'all a real friend at the big age of 32 years old, if I ever told y'all a real friend looks like, Rampage is a real friend. He hasn't gassed you up to think, nah, you won that, you know, you could take him on, da. No, he told you like, yo, you still my mans, bro, but you just can't be doing certain things. And that's what a friend needs you to be. Well, that's what you need in a friend. You need a friend to bring you back down to earth and tell you like, yo, you just can't be doing these certain things, but I'm still with you and I still support you. Rampage still supports this dude. I don't know why, but he still does. So that is a great friend from Rampage. And Rampage is a great fighter. So let's not negate the great circle that he has around him, which is a beautiful array of fighters and a beautiful array of supporters that's around him. He's just in his own head and he has this liquor gassing him up. Cause I'm pretty sure Larry Wills is a stand enough guy where he'll put all of this stuff behind him and he'll still rock with Deen the Great. I'm pretty sure. I don't know Larry Wills like that. I don't know any of these streamers or famous people like that. I don't. I'm a viewer just like y'all viewer. I'm just doing reactions. So but from what I've seen from Larry Wills, he seems like a real stand-up guy. He seems really accountable and he seems really down to earth, to be honest with you. Whatever you say about him and his wife and his relationship with his girl, he seems like a really stand-up dude, nonetheless. So I really imagine Larry Wills putting all of this behind him, no matter what has happened, and to take Deen the Great and to, you know, make Deen the Great better than what he is, to get him bigger, to get him stronger. What's his name? Rampage to get his skills up. Like, bro, that is a very specific set of friends that you have in your circle and that really cares about you, that can make you better than what you are right now. But you are so close-minded to think that you are what it is right now and you can't even see beyond yourself. And that's the problem, because for you to see beyond yourself is to see the great potential that you could become to be. And it's very, very, very sad for this young man, bro. As somebody that's 5'5", 170 pounds, 60 pounds, my damn self, it's tough to see it, bro, because I would love to be around these type of people. I would take all of the information, all of the gems that they got, everything that needed to teach me to be a better person, to be a stronger man for myself, to actually, you know, overcome certain things. I would love that, but he's just not seeing that. He's seeing the clicks, he's seeing the views, he's seeing the clips, and it's eclipsing what that he has going on, and it's very, very sad to see, because as we see by this very still frame that we looking at, his life could have been ended. Because mind you, these dudes do this for a living. But let's not forget, a lot of people in UFC and MMA, they lose their lives a lot. There's a lot of people that lost their lives in the ring. And I don't know if he understands that, because he's a boxer and boxing has a little bit of protection.
So that guy's probably looking at Rampage like, yo, who's this bozo that you're bringing around here? So now Rampage has to, you know, maintain his relationships. And I think he likes the guy, Deen.
Look, this is the clip I was talking about. Rampage. All right, so Deen the Great was talking about, yo, I got slapped in front of the girls, da-da-da-da-da. Rampage was telling him like, yo, bro, the girls didn't see it. Nobody cares. You know, you still my mans. I care for you. You know, you just can't be doing certain things in front of certain people. And that's what Rampage in this very still frame that we looking at try to tell him, but he was not trying to listen, bro.
I think he sees the background that Deen came from, because like I said before, I think Deen's from Philly, and he's looking at him like, yo, you know, I see myself in you when I was younger, and he's trying to guide him. But, you know, Deen's like, what, 25? He's young, but he knows what he's doing. Like, he doesn't need somebody to guide him to that degree or to tell him what's right and wrong. He knows when he's tripping. Yeah, Deen the Great was born in 2000, so he's 26. That's a grown man. So he's got to stay out of these situations.
Listen, 6 years ago, I was 26, and I wasn't talking to people like this. Back in COVID, back in 2021, I was 25, 26. I was not talking to these people like that, because I already knew the type of time I was on. I already knew who I was, and I already knew the type of capabilities I was able to do. Like, I'm not able to stand up to these type of dudes like that. And mind you, this dude is a little, 4 or 5 years younger than me. My height, my size, bro, you gotta lock in, bro. You gotta lock in for real. I'm not. This is not what it's supposed to be, bro. This is not what it's supposed to be, and I guarantee you that.
But the problem is he's probably addicted to the views too, because he keeps trash talking. Like, there's no ounce of remorse or I messed up or this wasn't a good idea on Deen the Great's page. Like, it's just like he retweets some post where some guy says Deen eating this and firing back with the 3-punch combo is cold. I don't care what y'all say. And, you know, he's playing into it, which I don't think is good. You don't want this reputation, man. But let me know what y'all think in the comments.
Yeah, a reputation like that, bro, especially on the internet in 2026, is really hard to come back from. Everything is forever on the internet now. This is not 2016. This is not 10 years ago, bro. You can't just delete your account and, you know, just wish it away. You really got to be more smart and strategic in what you got going on. And, you know, if you're going to talk like this, then you have to back it up. I promise you that you have to back it up. I'm not saying you can't right now, but there's people out there that's bigger and stronger than you, and you need to learn how to navigate that, because the world is just bigger than our heads. It's bigger than our minds. And I really wish the best for Deen the Great, because he's from the hood. I'm from the hood. Even though he's from Philly, I'm from New York. You know, I really hope that he really locks in and figure out like what's going on, bro, because this ain't what it is, man.